Oh yeah, the funky music is playing. It is live stream time. Hello, hello everyone. So we are halfway through the year, and I usually do a a midway through the year check-in video where I talk about, my favorite novelties of the year, the brands I think are killing it, the brands I think aren't doing so well. But this year I forgot to do this video, so let's do it on the live stream. Here we are. Hello. I think most people tuning in will already know who I am, but if for some weird reason you don't, hi, I'm Brittany. This is my YouTube channel. First things first, chat. Is this working? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, this is awesome. It has not worked before in the past. Okay, hello, everyone. So now that I know that the chat is for sure working, where are we watching from and what's on the rest? Can't wait to see. Where are we tuning in from? Oh, we got Lydia here, my best friend in the watch world. It's just my best friend in life in general. Lydia Winters from Stockholm. Hello. Hello, everyone. While you're letting me know what is on the wrist, I am wearing, of course, it's the summertime. Get in the Oyster Perpetual turquoise Tiffany blue. I'm not supposed to say Tiffany blue. I have to say turquoise. But yeah, it's been lovely weather in the UK. Oh, we're watching from Tokyo and nothing on right now. 4:30 a.m. So is it early morning or late night? That is the question. The Aussies are here. Hello. We've got a white moon swatch. Come on. The Snoopy. So good. We've got Florida NSACO SSK 019. Love it. Oh, Lydia is in her Creedor locomotive. So good. And I'm glad the locomotive's getting some wrist time. It belongs on you. It's so good. Cole is upset because I have other friends. Cole, you know what? Um, you're my best friend in the UK. And I can't see Lydia enough. And actually, we're not seeing each other enough either, so it's just wrong. Hello, everyone. We've got a Sealander on. Get in. We've got a Submariner, a Rolex Submariner Starbucks. So good. Polaris chronograph. That is so good. We're going to be talking about JLC tonight. Watch Poppy is in his Breitling Endurance Pro because, of course, he is. It's so funny. My husband, Watch Poppy, who's on the screen right now, he has a Garmin that he wears a lot. So he was getting in shape to do some cycling thing. He's really into his cycling. And he's been wearing his Garmin so much. And our son recently pointed to his watch box, pointed at the Garmin and said, "Daddy?" So clearly it's the watch he associates his dad with. But I told him, you need to change it. You can't wear this Garmin anymore. You don't want your son associating you with that watch. Oh, I love it. Yeah, you do need to pick up an Endurance Pro at some point. For one, you have the wrist size to pull it off. For two, it's a little bit of fun, and you're in your like funky guy era. It's so good. No. Oh, come on. We've got Pennsylvania, Brute, Metric, and Teddy. Absolutely love it. Oh, one of my favorite watches. So good. I love it. We've got Railmaster, we've got all sorts. And you guys might notice I'm filming from inside today. I'm allowed in with polite company now. So there's a weird spare bedroom that's being turned into my office filming thing. So you guys will be along on the journey with me as we transform this into the Gringa filming space, which is super cool. I've got big plans, big dreams. How much of it comes to fruition, I do not know yet. So when I have a couple different ones, if you watch Adrian Barker, Bark and Jack, he's got a couple different sets and like ways he can work angles. And I thought I want to get my office like that. I'd love it if it was, I had a couple different ways of doing things instead of just the straight on brick wall. We're mixing things up, different sites. Love it. California, White Speedy. Love this so much. That is one of my favorite releases from Omega. I think it's something that has transformed the Speedmaster into something different than it's been in a very long time. There's one fault I think a lot of people have with Omega, and it's that they seem to not really make the things people want to see, and it just feels like the same stuff, slightly different. this was the one thing. Although, it really was just a different dial. It made it into something completely different. And it made it tricky for me to know if I was to buy a modern Speedy, which one would I get? Love it. Love it. Welcome, chat. Welcome, everyone watching. So, tonight we are talking about the brands that have been standing out to me so far this year. And I actually like that we're doing this in live stream format because I want to know the brands that have been standing out to you. We're just over halfway through, well, quite a bit over halfway through the year. Now it's going to be August. Oh my gosh, it's the end of July. It's going to be August tomorrow. What brands have been standing out to you? Which brands would you say have won the year so far and not won the year so far? I can't wait to see what you guys think. Oh, in the meantime, we got a super chat. Stop it right now. John, $5. Thank you so much. $500 away from my Longines Dolce Vita. Come on. Mechanical large. It'll play the role of Tank Americaine. So good. Love it. Then for Christmas, I'm getting a Hydra Conquest. So this is the year of Longines for you. I love it. Biggest congrats ever. So exciting. I gotta say, Longines is one of the standout brands from this year for me. So it's probably Vacheron, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Longines, Audemars Piguet. If I had to narrow it down to 4 brands that have been standing out to me this year. Yeah, new IWC love. I'm loving what they're doing too. So I am going to talk about them in the next section. So this section is going to be things that have stood out to me. And the next section will be the brands that I think are on the up and up. I think the next few years are going to be their years, and IWC is one of those brands for me. Love it. People say JLC, but believe me when I say none of that talk has translated into sales. It's funny you say that, and I don't know if it's just a UK thing. Oh, how much do I say? We're on the live stream. Let's live a little. There's a not a Vacheron, a JLC boutique in Leeds, like a standalone thing, and it's struggling. And that's all I can say about that, I think. It's a shame. And even, I have a video called The JLC Problem. And one of my big problems with it, one of the big problems I think they have as a brand is that enthusiasts, people like us, love them. But even if I go to Red Bar, when I meet up with other enthusiasts, so few people actually have a JLC. And then beyond that, so few people have a JLC beyond a Reverso. It's not that these people don't exist. They're just much, much harder to find. Yeah, I think JLC, I think they're having a great year. I think they're onto a winner. We got Longines is winning. I could not agree more. I've just done a video pretty much about this. Reverso from Milan. I love it. A Reverso is one of the watches I'm saving for right now. Love it, love it, love it. Yes! Oh, this is so good. Daniel Walsh, I just saw the Bumblebee in person, and it's not for me, and yellow is my second favorite color. Ooh, I'm really curious to know, what about it wasn't for you? Ooh, my phone is on ting ting mode. I don't know if you heard it go ting. I'm gonna it's Lydia Winters. I'm gonna turn that not onto ting ting mode so it doesn't distract me. Yeah, Daniel, I wanna know, why didn't it speak to you? What was it about it? Because I saw it in person recently a few weeks ago, and I loved it. So I already loved it from the pictures, and I couldn't wait to be hands-on, and I loved it even more in person, and it makes me think Tudor is cooking up more. Yeah, so anyone who's just joining in, we're talking about the brands that have stood out to us so far in the year 2026, the year of our Lord 2026. Yeah, I honestly don't think there's too many hot releases for the mid-luxury price between 5 and 8K. Yeah, and I was gonna say this, I feel like there hasn't been a defining watch of the year. Or if you think of this year, it's like, "Oh, this watch dominated the headlines." Last year would have obviously been the Land Dweller. It feels like a lot of the hype brands just aren't performing right now. Like, there has nothing big from Rolex this year, Land Dweller was 2025, and even now, um, I'm still excited for the Land Dweller, but I don't know if everyone else is as excited. I don't know. Omega, don't unsubscribe from me, Omega fanboys, but it feels like they're asleep at the wheel. I feel so profoundly disappointed by Omega. And I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. I really can't tell sometimes if I'm being too harsh, and it's all coming from a place of really loving them as a brand and feeling like they're squandering all the potential they have. I don't know if I have unrealistic expectations of them, but I think I'm just as harsh on Rolex. So people, when I'm being kind of strong-minded towards Omega, they'll say, "Oh, you're just a Rolex fangirl." But no, I'm actually a huge fan of Omega. I just feel like they're asleep at the wheel, kind of releasing different dial variations. I'm trying to think of the last things that excited me from them. I don't know. I don't Oh my gosh, we've got a super chat, super chat. Thank you so much. Cull 1999. Thank you so much. Winners AP Parmigiani. Parmigiani is doing so much work right now. So their CEO is clearly out talking to like a lot of influencers, watch press, really getting their name out more. I love it. Vacheron kinda. I'd love to know more about this kinda. Tell me more. Nomos Serica. Serica. Yes. Tudor. Losers. Longa. They made a 36 millimeter calendar watch, which everyone has forgotten. Also Patek. I won't I won't say wave. I won't say why. I'm sure it was because I'm a fan of not being sued. Oh, because I'm not a fan of being sued. Ooh, you always have the juice. You always have some gossip and big things to say. I think you should say more. Do you have a burner account? Go on your burner account and say more. They can't sue you from your fake account. Oh, thank you so much. Guys, this is so much fun. I love doing live streams. It's not you, it's Omega. Okay, this is making me feel better. Also, let's go back to Cole here for a second as well. I love that you said Parmigiani because they weren't on my list. Namas has been killing it for a few years now. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm catching up on all the chats. There's so much going on. Yeah. Oh my god, sad. I've been learning some new stuff about Rolex. That makes me really happy, and this isn't me being a Rolex fangirl, just, like, things that have made me happy. I recently learned that in golf, there's a thing called the Rolex Hour, where Rolex just buys out all the ad slots for an entire hour, so you don't have the game interrupted by any ads. You just have to know that it's the Rolex Hour. Maybe they put a little logo. That is my favorite use of money. This is one of the best marketing tricks. So now everyone who watches golf will have kind sentiments towards Rolex because they'll be like, they're the people who make me not have to watch adverts. A plus. Or even I was recently at a press event with someone who's based in Switzerland. I won't say which brand, but a pretty major brand. And he was telling me he's a big ice hockey fan, and Swiss ice hockey basically stays alive because of Rolex. So Rolex owns maybe all of the arenas around Geneva, or at least heavily subsidizes it. Once again, fantastic use of money. This makes me so happy. I would love it if Omega was doing something similar, other brands. What a way to spend your money. Oh my gosh, we got into the super chat, super chat. The original OC, the one, the only, the original $10. Just dropping in to say hi. Hello. Just ended my live stream and sent my modest 50 live viewers over here. Yes, please. Thank you. Welcome to all the viewers. Send them all my way. Thank you so much. Cheers and have a great show. Oh, stop it. So if anyone isn't subscribed to the original OCI, I really can't recommend him enough. Lovely human, fantastic live streamer. I'm trying to be more like you in that I don't feel like live streaming is my strong suit. So I shy away from doing it. I just think, "Oh, I won't do it then." But I want to be better at this. It's an art form I like really respect. I love tuning into a good live stream. I want to get better at it, and I've realized I won't get better at it unless I practice. So thank you so, so much. Whoa! This is a huge super chat. Big super chat, $50. Oh my gosh, Larry Zhang, thank you so, so much. Thanks for the content, Brit. Stop it. This is way too nice. I love making the videos. I'm so glad you're enjoying them. Wow. Thank you. Guys, there are so many super chats. This is crazy. Super chat, super chat. Cole is back. $9.99. Yep, you're bang on. Omega has really lost its way. I could not agree more. I love what they used to be. Yep. But now that they stuck with coaxial and made a dress watch that's more than a Calatrava in gold. And I know exactly the one you mean. So when they released the Constellation Observatory watches, they literally retail for more than a Calatrava in the same material. If they're both in gold, I don't know what Omega is smoking. I don't know what made them think that was okay. It's crazy. Yep, I couldn't agree more. And this is why I only have neo vintage Omegas. So people will ask me, why am I only buying these old ones? Because I think they were great. I'm a huge fan of what they were. I think their build quality was fantastic. They were offering way too much for the money. And I wish they'd return to that because they built such a strong fan base based on that time. But this fan base, people like me, people like a lot of people in the chat, are getting kind of sick of what it's becoming. Oh my goodness, we got another super chat, and 1980. Thank you so much. Collection currently root beer, GS, Ming, and IWC Ingenieur Aqua. Stop it. What a collection. I love this. And chat, help me out with this as well. Suggestion for the next purchase. Ooh. Suggestion for the next purchase, complimenting collection. Dreaming of 222, but funds are low. That's fair. You have a fantastic collection as well. A 222 would make a lot of sense in this one. It seems like you've got a lot of the sports stuff covered. Are you interested in dressier pieces at all? The Cartier fangirl inside of me is saying a bit of Cartier. What about a tank? What about a Santos? Even if you don't want something dressy, a Santos de Cartier could be interesting. Um, the Rolex fangirl inside of me still saying more Rolex. Maybe some cool neo vintage pieces. Vintage, neo vintage could be interesting additions as well. But I would highly encourage you to not listen to me and look at the chat because they know far more about watches than me. Chat, help me out here. If you were in 1980, what watch would you be adding in next? The 222, man, it's dreamy. I wish I had a slightly larger wrist than I currently have because when I see it on a larger wrist, the bracelet, it's like the perfect amount of thinness. Everything, mwah, everything is just right. Maybe one of the most perfect watches. That feels like a video concept. The most perfect watches you can buy right now, and I would stick the 222 on that list. I need to stop making list videos though. I'm making too many lists. We got another super chat. Super chat. Albertus Magnus is here. Hello, hello. $9.99. Thank you so much. And lovely to see you at the live stream. The Omega constellation may not be either new or popular on YouTube watch channels, but I absolutely love mine. Come on. Love it. My number one watch. I wish it would get more attention. Love the channel, Brett. I would happily review a constellation. I wish Omega would work more with watch YouTubers because I would love to review more of their watches and even have my mind changed. Like there was a point where I was slagging off but I was kind of slagging off Breitling for a bit. And they were like, hey, Britt, we think you're wrong. They sent me over, showed me the reasons why I was wrong. Some opinions I still hold, many I don't. And I would love it if Omega worked with more people. Or even if I could find like a secondary like platform or a secondary watch dealer that would let me borrow things like this because I would love to review a constellation. So good. Guys, there are so many super chats. This is crazy. Another super chat. Mark, thank you so much. $9.99. Love your work and the Movement podcast. You're subscribed to the podcast as well. guys, I need to shamelessly shill myself right now. I have a podcast with Adrian Barker. It comes out weekly every single Sunday. It is my favorite thing I do in a week. Adrian is like the closest thing I have to a coworker. So it's really fun when you just have a friend you know you get to see every week, talk about watches with, and I'm so glad you're enjoying the work. I love doing it, and I hope you keep enjoying it. Another super chat. Stop it. Albertus Magnus 44 199. Constellation 41 blue to clarify for anyone who needs clarification. It's so cool. It's so cool. Big congrats. Oh my goodness, we have another one. 199. Have you seen the Cartier Roadster? I have. I saw the Roadster. Let's pull it up right now. Everyone's been looking at my face long enough. Let's look at watches. I saw the Roadster at Watches and Wonders this year. Cartier was one of my very first stops. So when I made it to the PAL Expo, if you're new here, you should know I'm very bad at live streams. It takes me forever to figure out how to share my screen. Bear with, bear with. Here we go. We're sharing. Yeah, so I saw the new 2026 Roadster at Watches and Wonders. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Oh no. Here we go. You should be looking at a Roadster right now. Yeah, I had the fantastic pleasure of seeing these in person. I really like them. Now, my big thing with the Roadster is I think I'm not as nostalgic about them as other people are. Um, So I wouldn't say I'm racing out to buy one, although I like it and I see who it's for. I think they did a good job with it. And I think it's to Cartier's credit for listening to enthusiasts and what people actually want to see. Yeah, John, super chat, $2. House of Omega has fallen. Long live Longines. I think Longines is the last bright spot within Swatch. I said it in a video recently. I feel like Blancpain constantly has to justify their prices. Breguet is rebuilding, and I think they're rebuilding well, and they're going to get there. Omega has fallen. Longines is like the steady thing at the helm of the ship right now. I couldn't agree more. Oh my gosh, we have another one. Super chat, super chat. Mark, thank you so much. 9.99. I don't know if you wanted to write a message in there, but either way, thank you so much. Oh, Cole, what do you have to say? Oh no, it's going to be a massive problem. Don't speak ill of my Cartier. What are we saying? Cartier's massive problem at the moment is the amount they're diverting stock away from the multi-brand ADs. Yeah, fair. To go to their own stores. I was worried you were gonna slag off Cartier, but I completely agree. To the biggest watches of Switzerland, you can't get anything more than a tank. Yep. No, completely agree. Oh, we've got another super chat, super chat. JD the Shadow, $2. I got my first Rolex Z Blue Milgauss. Stop. Big congrats. Waited forever. I love it. I love seeing a Milgauss. Whenever someone is wearing a Milgauss, you know, it's an informed decision. This is a quirky person. This is someone who wanted something different. Yeah, I respect that. I respect that so much. Big congrats to you. Now, guys, I'm going to do some more screen sharing. So if any more super chats come through, I won't see it, but I will get to it as soon as I do. So I should be sharing some Vacheron Constantin right now, who were, you know, in my humble opinion, some of the winners this year of Watches and Wonders. Not Watches and Wonders of the year so far. I don't know what you guys are thinking to Vacheron. I wouldn't say they're the watch of the year. I wouldn't say the cardinal points was that. It was one of the brands that surprised me this year, which was nice. Yeah. Let me know what you guys have thought to Vacheron's year so far. I would describe them as like the quiet luxury king. I feel like most enthusiasts would say, not most enthusiasts, the enthusiasts who play in this arena would say, hey, I could afford a Patek, I could afford an AP, but I would choose Vacheron. And even if you're not in that position, I would say if I could afford any of these new and any of these at retail, I think Vacheron is the brand I'm the most excited about right now. So we had the dual time cardinal points. Um, one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I think they killed it this year. But it wasn't just that. So they also had the self-winding ultra thin platinum overseas. Ooh. When I was looking at everything that was released at novelty season, this might have been the winner, or it would have been in the top 3, if not the winner. And Historiques American 1921. So they had updated this. It seems really subtle at first, but it actually makes a bigger impact than one would think. So it now has the blue numerals, just an option, so you don't have to get this one. Blue numerals and a more grained texture dial. This is the one. If I was swimming in these waters and could afford these level of pieces, I'd be getting the smaller sized American 1921. I can't swim in these waters, but if I could, I think it's a great, great watch. It seems like, do we have an IWC debate going on here? I see people talking about buying overseas online. Yeah. Can you afford them secondhand too? I don't know. I need to look into it. They're quite big purchases, so I've not quite looked into these yet. Really excited about the year Vacheron is having so far. And I didn't prep any Longines pages. I'm gonna stop sharing this one. I'm gonna come back to this chat as well. I didn't prep any Longines pages, but I feel like they've had a massive year. Most people watching this will already know what I'm talking about. We had the Hydra Conquest. I think that was one of the biggest headlines of the year. It's one of the things that got people so excited. 5 years ago, if you asked watch enthusiasts what more affordable brands they're the most excited for, what brands are kind of setting their soul on fire, Longines probably would have been on that list, but it wouldn't have been as obvious as they are right now. They are tapping into something really special right now. Yeah, I need to make them send me watches. I'm such a big fan of what they're doing right now. Oh, we got more super chats coming through, and 1980 is back. I had Milgauss, loved it, but traded it for the IWC Ingenieur, doing one watch per brand, and root beer one out, representing Rolex, Vacheron, or Cartier next. Yes, I mean, Cartier would be the more affordable choice if you're thinking, ooh, 222, that's gonna hurt the wallet a little bit more. Or we keep saving and go for the 222. I think it's hard when you start getting that more upper echelon of brands, which you have in your collection. It's hard to go back. I think once you get the 222, it'll be hard to choose something over that. I'm so fascinated by people who have rules around their collection as well, like only one watch per brand. Oh, could I do it? No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. There's too many I like. Love it. And we've got another super chat, and a patron as well. Sheffield 6688, $10. 15. What does 15 mean? Oh my goodness. Have I this is so cryptic. This is like a mystery. But thank you so much. Love this so much. Yes, the Legend Diver 59 is nice too, but I wish there wasn't any Fotina. But yeah, that's when we go to the Legend Diver 39. We've got some non-Fotina ones. I have a strong preference to no Fotina. Oh, here we go. I messed up the text. LOL. No, I like believing it was just a cryptic, mysterious message. 15. Whoa! I'm waiting for my Chrono Tokyo Malachite to arrive. Biggest congrats ever. One of my favorites. Let's go. Exciting times. Now let's talk about another brand that I think has been winning out. Once again, if any super chats come through, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna be trying to share a screen right now. JLC. So they this year did the Master Control chronometer date. I just keep referring to it as the finally integrated bracelet sports watch from JLC. What I love about it, doesn't look like anything else, doesn't feel like anything else, doesn't feel like an almost homage of a Patek or something like that. It is unmistakably JLC, kind of fixing what was a missing place in their catalog. I really, really like this. If it was me, my money, I would be going for not this one, and I can't afford the perpetual calendar. I want the power reserve indicator. So master control. Yeah, I think this is the one for me. So this would be a bit more doable. I would need to save for a little bit, but it's like a realistic one I could afford. If I had some big boy money though, get it. This is so good. So 39 millimeter perpetual calendar. I feel like I don't know, I don't swim in these waters. Super rich guys and gals, maybe you can help me out here. I feel like this is an alright price for a high complication watch like this. My only big problem with these is they're pre-order now. I feel like they're gonna be missing the momentum of when people actually wanted to buy these. So, I have strong opinions about this actually. I think when brands unveil a watch, they should be ready to buy immediately or almost immediately. Like, within 2 weeks, I think they should be hitting the shops. People should be able to buy them. If you're advertising that we now have this, you're gonna be losing momentum. People aren't going to care by the time they're released. You announce this in April? Where are they? Why are we pre-ordering still? Nah, you're gonna lose momentum when actually it's a very exciting piece. I think JLC's been having a big one though. I would say it feels like JLC is remembering who they are, being the watchmaker's watchmaker. They're making stuff that's exciting that isn't too pie in the sky. Like they would always every year release some insane Hybris Mechanica Reverso that was very, very cool and I respect it a lot, but was so impractical for everyday enthusiasts. Having things that more regular people can buy, and by regular people, I mean it's aspirational stuff. It's with a little bit of saving, maybe selling some things or something like that. It's actually doable, and I like this. I like this. And then, oh, let's not forget, I've got this other tab ready. Share this tab. Polaris date 40 millimeters. Finally, they finally made a smaller Polaris and fixed a lot of the awkward things. So the JLC logo on the larger variant is weird and just under the 12 o'clock. There's something just weird about it. And then at 6 o'clock, there's an automatic sandwiched on top of the 6 o'clock. This is one of the more exciting things they've done. I'm gonna come back and see what the chat is saying right now, though, because I'm interested in what you guys think to this. And once again, I think it goes back to, although a lot of enthusiasts are excited about what JLC is doing, is it converting to actual sales? Or someone like me, I'm talking about this nonstop, but I still won't be buying one because it's sadly still too large for me. But for people with normal size wrists, normal to larger size wrists, does this move the needle for you? Would you buy a JLC Polaris? We've got a super chat. If you visit Norway, first of all, would love to. Yes, please. If you visit Norway, you should visit, oh no, Björki. You should visit Bjarki, EU's largest multi-brand watch house. Whoa, I would love to save up 20 years for the 222 Cartier semi-covered tank on wife's wrist. Oh, I love it. I always describe the Cartier tank as the international wife's watch. I feel like every wife of a watch enthusiast we'll end up with the Cartier tank. And this is the watch that got me into watches. My husband, who was a watch enthusiast long before me, got me a Cartier tank for our first wedding anniversary. It was the finest thing I ever owned, and, my first step into this crazy hobby. I would love to go to Norway, and now I have an excuse to. It's starting to sound like a business expense. I had to go to Björky. Um, yeah, I do like the new Polaris, and the internal diving bezel is cool, but I think the Longines Legend Diver, yeah, if you like the Longines Legend Diver more, and it's gonna be significantly more affordable, so get in. I love that. A little pet peeve I have, when people say you only like something because you can't afford the other one, best example being Tudor, but this is another great example. If you happen to like the Longines more and it's more affordable, that is just a win in my books. Love it. Now, moving on to what I think might be more controversial, and I think I might have more disagreement with. Cole, are you still in the chat? Because you'll be with me on this one. Brand that has been killing it this year. Audemars Piguet. Now, let's let go of the AP swatch. Let's just like pretend that didn't happen and let's just live in AP land. I think they're having an exceptional year. So the last couple of years, really. Hear me out. They've made enthusiasts talk about something beyond the Royal Oak Jumbo. This year alone, we've had that Neo Frame Jump Hour. It's a kind of Cartier looking jump hour watch. I really like it. We've got several perpetual calendars. I've put up my favorite one here though. So it's the 38mm chrono now with an in-house movement. Long overdue, but I feel like they're getting back to the basics. Oh, the new offshores as well. Um, I can't tell if I'm tasteless. The chat is gonna disagree with me on this one. I I really like these. I think they're so fun. I think they're so silly. If I was a rich guy who just wanted an obnoxiously big watch, and this is what this is. So as we're going on the downsizing trend, it's kind of fun to have something that's obnoxiously large. This is not trying to be elegant. It is not trying to be cool. It is, yeah, it's just itself. Although I do like the smaller ones, I don't know if I like the colorways as much as the larger. North American watchers, anyone who's into hockey, Philadelphia Flyers is my favorite team. So I've like justified it in my head that I would get this one because it's like the Philadelphia Flyers. But yeah, I think they're having an exceptional last couple of years, and it's only going up and up. It feels like they're getting back to basics. It's not just style changes. They're doing interesting watchmaking. They're investing in high complication. They're doing movements. When us watch geeks talk about, we always have this hypothetical conversation about like who should be in the Holy Trinity and who shouldn't be. Who would you take out and add? And if someone was to take out a brand from the Holy Trinity, most people would start with AP. And I think AP has entered the chat again. AP is like, no, 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 don't take us out. And I respect it a lot. I really like what they're doing. They're showing us why they're in the Holy Trinity. Once again, dark spot with the Swatch collab. Yikes. Have you guys seen the newest Swatch? Did anyone sign up? The one that has a wait list? What is it? The 1969 or whatever they're calling it now. Let me know, chat. We've got a super chat while you let me know if you are on the Swatch wait list. Albertus Magnus is back. $4.99. Thank you so much. My 4 go-to brands: Economy, Seiko, Modest, Tissot, Dress, Omega, Sport, Breitling. Okay, this is a fair list. This is a very fair list. I can't argue with Economy. I can't argue with Tissot either. Dress, Omega is maybe the only one I'd argue with. I'd maybe put in Longines. Is that too Modest Economy though? Longines, or then I start going crazy in my head. Then I'm like, Patek. No, I love it. I will say sport Breitling, I love this choice. So my husband, and right now he's wearing it, he has the Breitling Endurance Pro, and it really won me over to Breitling in a different way. I have a Navitimer. I don't think it's in my office. No, it's not in my office. It's in the bedroom because I've been wearing it so much lately. It's in the bedroom now. Um, Breitling have been on something, and I'm really excited for them. We got another super chat. Super chat, John, $5. Thank you so much. Oh, going back to the cheaper option, I could talk about this all night long. When people say, "You just picked the cheaper option," I don't argue. I just agree and say, I'll be the Pepsi to your Coke. They can't bring me down." Oh, I love it. I wish I was as humble and modest as you. Because I want to be like this, but as soon as people say that, I get in a, "No, no." And maybe this is the attitude I need to have more of. I love it. I love it. Yeah. When people say, let's go back. Let's talk about Tudor. When people always say Tudor is just the poor man's Rolex, it is one of my least favorite things someone can say. It's one of my biggest bugaboos. First of all, it's not cheap. Poor people aren't buying Tudor. These are exceptionally expensive pieces. Second of all, how dare you tell someone why they bought what they bought? There are so many reasons why people choose a watch. I've had times where I actively choose Tudor over a Rolex or Omega or whatever brand, and times where I prefer a Rolex or Omega or other brands. Just let people live their lives. Even if they did just choose it because it's a cheaper option, what does it matter to you? They're on a budget, they got a watch they liked. Why are you gonna try to make them feel bad about it? Um, yeah. Speaking of Tudor, I also wanna talk about so those are my brands that were the highlight of the year for me. Longines, Vacheron, JLC, and who were we just talking about? Come on, Brittany, AP. Those are the 4 that have stood out for the year and have kind of been the defining brands of the year for me. Brands that have been a bit meh, and I hoped for more. I wanna know what the chat thinks as well. For me, Tudor has been a bit meh. Still good, still really good. Same with Rolex. Maybe Patek? Uh, yeah, I think Patek has been meh. I feel happy to say that, and of course, Omega. Let's start with Tudor. Overall feeling, um, it's nothing bad, just nothing particularly exciting. Hold on, let's, bring up the Tudor page while we talk about them right now. Chat, you guys keep doing your thing while I take way too long to figure out how to share pages. Yeah. I don't know. When I think of all the Tudor novelties of the year, oh yeah, here we go. So this is the year. This was supposed to be their big 100-year celebration. And they did still mark the occasion. So they've made the Monarch, and I think the Monarch was a really mindful tribute to Tudor in the past 100 years and combining those 100 years into a watch. But I can't say I'm excited about it, like, I wasn't running up to the AD. I'd love to know in the chat if anyone's bought the Monarch and how they feel about it. I just think it maybe misses I'm not sharing a screen at all. Oh my gosh, I thought I was sharing a screen. Am I sharing a I am so embarrassing. Hold on. Um, is it sharing now? Yeah, this is the screen I thought I was sharing this whole time. I was doing all these like zoom ins. Let's zoom back into the Monarch. So this is everything they've released for 2026 so far, actually excluding the Bumblebee, of course. But this was their big 100-year celebration, and I really, really expected more. Once again, Monarch, I feel like it was a mindful tribute and distilling 100 years, a century of Tudor designs into a watch. But I feel like they're missing what people actually like about Tudor and why people choose a Tudor. I don't know. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm just not that excited. What I should say as well is that this year isn't over yet. So there could still maybe be something coming. I wonder if the Bumblebee is just testing. It's like testing the blueprint for a big block or something chronograph adjacent like that. But I digress. That's pure speculation. I would just love it if they did. We all want the big block back. And then the other big highlights were Black Bay 58 T-Fit clasp, exciting. But that feels like it wouldn't be Watches and Wonders news. That's just an expected incremental improvement. Um, I don't know. Has Tudor become too safe? They were supposed to be born to dare. The big surprise of the year for me was the Royal. So people have been wondering for some time, is this staying? Is it going? It was time for it to get updated in some kind of way if it was staying, but it now has an in-house caliber. I tried on a little one, like a 30 millimeters. I can't remember what the exact one was. I liked it more than I thought I would. So that did surprise me. It just doesn't feel like a 100-year celebration year. Let's go back. Let's see what the chat is saying. I wanna know what you guys think. Yeah, tried on the Monarch at a Tudor boutique, and they oh, I tried to look at the Monarch at the Tudor boutique, but they didn't have one. Too many things altogether. Yeah, I agree. It feels like they're trying to put 10 different watches together. Oh, we've got a super chat, super chat. Cull Obsidian 9.99. Thank you so much. My last buy was an AP Star Wheel Blue. Oh, I know. Biggest congrats ever to you. But that was the new 36 but that was before. Guys, ignore me right now. The font is so small on my little laptop. But before that was the new 36 millimeter Hamilton khaki. Love. That's a bold choice for you as well because I know you have a larger wrist. So if you're comfortable with that 36 millimeter Hamilton khaki, that is saying a lot. It's fantastic. Uses the old plexi, looks like the original. I need to reach out to Hamilton because I've been eyeing it on their website. I'm a huge fan of the khaki. I would love it if they sent me like a few different variants so I could do a whole comparison video. Big congrats on that. I feel like you're getting so many big boy pieces right now. You've been having a big couple years. Congrats. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, we've got another super chat, super chat. Albertus Magnus 44,499. Thank you so much. The Breitling I want is the Top Time Thunderbird edition on leather. So good. I'm restoring a 1983 Thunderbird. So when it's finished, I'm getting the watch. I love that. Yes, that is now even more essential. So I already liked it just as a watch. But now that you're also restoring a Thunderbird, it feels like it was meant to be. It feels like you need this. Oh, we've got some Hamilton love coming through. We've got John saying, "Can you borrow your friend's tank must with the or with the black dial again?" We loved with the strap on it. Yes, I should reach out. I don't even know if he still has that. So that's my lovely friend Mark. I've not seen him in forever, but we should get something in the diary, him and I. He's always got interesting stuff. He's one of those collectors who always has things like in and out. He's always got things moving around, whereas I'm someone who has the same. I never move anything on, and for that reason, it takes me forever to buy new things. Um, yeah. So, last brand I'm going to talk about before I let you fine people escape me. Rolex? Do we want to talk about Rolex or Omega? Let's talk about Omega. Let's slag them off some more. I have been thinking about Omega so much lately, and I think it's mostly been because I've been disappointed by their last couple of years. Here's what I'd say about them. Let's put them on the screen right now. Hopefully this works. Oh, I don't have guys, bear with me while I get the slide ready. Omega watches 2026 novelties. Why are you so bad at this? Okay. Is it sharing? I think it's sharing. I feel like they're victims of their own catalog. I feel like it's become too much. It's unruly. They're victims of their own catalog. Too many Seamasters, too many Speedmasters, too many limited editions. No clear hierarchy or like pieces you're working towards that are difficult to get, and maybe serious proper Omega customers get them. If they deleted 40% of their catalog tomorrow, if it just went, would anyone notice? Would anyone care? I don't think they have a design problem. They have an editing problem and a pricing problem. It feels like they're creating new versions of their hit. This this could be a hot take. It feels like they're creating new versions of their hit watches over and over and over again. It feels like a big board meeting is coming up and they need an influx of cash to show that the C-suite is doing their job. Maybe this is too hot of a take. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but it's just how it feels as an enthusiast. Yep, big board meeting coming up. Should we do another Seamaster Diver 300? When really, not just enthusiasts, I think this would just make them more appealing as a brand altogether. I'd love to see a smaller variant of the Seamaster again. It's an active obstacle for a lot of people. It's huge. It's great for people with larger wrists, and there's a lot of people who really love them. They'd open up themselves to a whole different market if they made things smaller, if they made a lot of their collection just wear more elegant. I'm such a big fan of them, and I just feel like there are very few things that I'm actually properly excited about. I loved the White Dial Speedmaster. Um, I don't know if you guys have heard me complain about these. They did the Aquaterra 30 millimeters. It was this big thing. They unveiled a whole new movement with it. It actually was very exciting. But they did it, they very clearly were marketing it towards women, and they did the most patronizing ad campaign of just their brand ambassadors, beautiful women just kind of going, and they were all dressed in black. And then it was around the same time as the Land Dweller, and you see that contrasted against how Rolex used Yu Wang, and it didn't feel like she was a prop with the watch going shh. It felt like she was herself wearing the watch, and it made me more attracted to the watch. There's just so much they're getting wrong, and I can't tell if I don't know, maybe I'm being too harsh on them. They just have so much to work with. But I'm glad it's not just me thinking this. We have absolutely ranges too big, but an Omega rep said to me this week that unlike Rolex, they can show alternatives. Yeah. Meanwhile, apparently Omega Observatory only available in boutique, not at their ADs. I mean, yeah, they can show a bunch of alternatives, but do people actually want that? I feel like and so many other people, I feel like I have choice fatigue sometimes, and it's like, I don't know. What I like about Rolex is we have a small curated selection. These are the best ones. Choose one of these. I hope you like it. I like that. Maybe I have no imagination. I think a lot of people don't. I don't know how to design watches. I don't know what looks good. Can your world-class designers just make the perfect ones, and I'll just buy whatever one they tell me is good. I don't know why, but the round date aperture on the Seamaster gives me the ick. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. And I am talking about this in a video coming out soon. Oh, it's a Q&A. Actually, in this Q&A call, I answer one of your questions regarding coaxial. But someone asked me about the Speedmaster Reduced, which they now call the Speedmaster 38. And I feel the same thing about the oval subdials. But then even on the round ones, they're still awkward. Okay, we're ending this soon, so I'm going to say something unhinged. Do you guys remember the moment where Kanye West said, George Bush doesn't care about black people? I feel like this about Omega, but Omega does not care about women or smaller wristed people. Their women's offerings suck, and I want them to rock because they could rock. I actually really liked this. If it wasn't so frosty feeling, like if it was just white and blue. Yeah. So, in summary, Vacheron's killing it, JLC's killing it, Longines is killing it. I think AP's killing it. Tudor, Rolex, Omega, a bit meh, and I expect more from them. Who I'm excited for, IWC. IWC's been killing it. They've been doing some really good colorways recently, and I really like in the last few years, all of their novelties have been really mindful. Not only the 35 millimeter Ingenieur, showing that they don't hate women, showing that they actually care about proportions and making beautiful watches. Hot take, and I don't want to be a person who says this, I would take the IWC Ingenieur 35 over the Chopard Alpine Eagle, which I is something I never thought I would say. I want to be a person who likes the Chopard more, but just as objects, if you try them on side by side, I much prefer the IWC. And Breitling. Breitling, not just Breitling, the House of Brands. They've been on one. So Universal Genève, Breitling, and soon to be unveiled Gallet. I think it's really exciting things ahead. But you fine people, you have been subjected to my voice long enough. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. I love doing these. I'm going to do more of these because I want to get better at them. I hope you keep enjoying the work we're doing on the channel. And let's keep talking watches. Let's keep getting excited about them together. Thank you guys. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you to everyone who gave a super chat. And mostly just thank you for your time. Thanks, guys. Have a